Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're checking out even more League of Legends cinematics. One of you very kindly left a list and so I'm working my way through that, and I thought I'd begin with Kin of the Stained Blade, which is I believe like a 10-minute anime short that was made by League of Legends, which looks really cool. So we're going to begin there, then we're going to keep moving through. I think we've got a few Worlds music videos as well today. Yeah, a couple of Worlds music videos and then a couple of other stuff thrown in there too. So without any further ado, let's crack straight on with it. Okay, Kin of the Stained Blade. I'm so glad somebody actually left me a list in the end, because this is much, much better to react to for me, and it's all more frequent as well. This is a 2020 cinematic, as opposed to the ones I was reacting to before, which were like from the 2010s.
Answer for what you have done. Yone, turn back. You have dishonored us. You swore to protect him. You swore to protect Ionia. Look around you, brother. Your honor stains the ground. Better than living without it.
I personally myself, I don't watch, like, I don't think I've ever really seen any anime. I'm about to start watching Blue Eye Samurai because you guys keep recommending it. So I'm about to really head into like my first anime that I'm ever going to watch. I just want to say I love this style, like the blend of a painted 2D background mixed with like a very clear-cut black line foreground. I really like that, and you can kind of see an ode to where Arcane did that, where they blended the 2D and the 3D. I just really love the style of this, especially the colour palette. Like the purples and the blues. It looks really cool.
I'm sorry, brother. I will not fail you again.
See, that's really clever. They've done almost like the sword looks reflective, like it doesn't look 2D at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. See what I mean? It almost has a three-dimensional feel to it. I find things like that really clever, where you don't know where the 2D and the 3D begins and ends. It's so clever.
Apologies, Opa. I didn't mean to.
It's all right. Ah, the spirits wait for no one.
No, I'm not.
Looking to commune? Why else would the great Yasuo come?
Yasuo.
But are you ready?
Okay.
Does that matter? I'll never make it up there in time.
True, the road is long. Perhaps my own temple can still provide a way. The choice is yours.
Can I just say the character designs on this like is incredible. The costumes, and then that additional like Foley work in terms of like the rattling noise here.
The choice is yours.
Like I love the attention to detail. This is what I learned when I was watching Bridging the Rift, and how much small details are added but you don't notice it. I find that so like fascinating for me, just to really narrow it down to what is. I mean, you're hearing like a background track in terms of music. You're hearing the background noises of like the crowd, then the rattling Foley work, and then on top of that all the animation and costume design. It's just, I just really like it when you can tell everything's been thought about. You know, this is why I loved Arcane so much, I think. And I can see as well how these shorts and these videos released by League of Legends have almost been sort of sustaining the cinema around this universe, because obviously before Arcane this is all that there would have been. So I can see why these have become so popular, because people would have had such demand for this.
Is it?
It's taken years for the spirit blossoms to return.
So pretty.
If the land is ready to heal, perhaps you are as well.
And this is the way?
Sorry, I've just got to pause that. The glow effect on that water is so cool. Sorry, I just had to stop and have a look at that. If you're new around here, anything to do with environmental stuff, so water, forests, meadows, anything within that space within animation, I tend to have to pause it and just take a double look at it, because I just find it so, I don't know, this scratches an area of my brain that I'm unwilling to admit at this point.
Old men, flowers, and hope.
Maybe hope is enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Let the currents take this burden you carry. Remember who you have lost.
Let me go, Yone! I was winning! Did you see me take out that big one?
I saw you dishonor yourself.
You fight?
When I have to, not when I want to.
You don't have anything to prove.
There is always another fight, Yasuo. Finding it proves nothing.
Okay. So they're brothers, right? Hence the word kin of the stained blade. Got it.
Your place is here. With Elder Suma. He trained me for this. I can help end this war. Your duty is to this school. To your master. To Ionia. Then I should be out there protecting her. I won't fail you, Yone. Protecting her.
So they're talking about Ionia and saying her. So is Ionia a place or a person? I assumed it was a place. Is it a person? Maybe I've just misheard that. One sec.
To your master. To Ionia. Then I should be out there protecting her.
So are they sort of personifying the place itself and calling Ionia a her, or is it actually a person that is called Ionia? I assumed it was a place.
I won't fail you, Yone. It seems I have already failed you.
So I have just got to put, that is so stunning, this like tunnel of trees. God, I love things like this. What I would give to just be able to design gardens like this, honestly.
Drink this. It will help forge a bond between our realms.
A drink rarely gets me out of trouble.
Sometimes we must go looking for our demons.
I don't trust whoever this is. Oh wow, sorry, I've just noticed there's a face in the background. Oh my god. It's almost like a rock sculpture or something. Sorry. That really messed me up. I thought it was a big person stood there. Oh my god.
And sometimes they find us.
What'd I say, huh? What did I say? I've been right about Maddie, I've been right about this lunatic, I've been right every time about the weird ones. I told you.
Sometimes they find us.
Show yourself. I'm not here for you.
Sorry, I've just got to look at this again. This is so stunning. I tell you what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put it on slow-mo just for a sec. Just want to see these swords in slow motion. Hang on. The way he moves these swords in a second. I'm saying he, it could be a she. I think it's a he. Look at that. Oh my god. You know, you could do with watching any of it, like even Arcane, you could do with going back watching it all again just on half speed, just to really see like the work on every frame.
Killing me does nothing, Hunter. If he lives, I will return.
I'm really sorry I'm not commentating, by the way. I just don't know what's... This is an absolute masterpiece, and I actually don't have anything to say. I'm so gripped by it, I can't really say anything.
What a disappointment. And your honor brought you here.
Better than living without it. Yone. I'm no murderer. Then why are you running? I'm done running.
Sorry, I just... The little is just absolutely incredible.
Have your revenge, brother. You might deserve death, but not by my hand. Then there is nothing left for me in Ionia. Even the wind has a path, brother.
Jesus.
Farewell, Yone. May the spirit of Ionia guide you.
Jesus. It's interesting, the top comment says, everyone's memeing in the comments, not talking about how Riot finally released a short film. I know it's not a movie, but it's a start. You got to realize this was 2020. It's got 11, see, I find that odd to me. This has got 11 million views and the other ones have got hundreds of millions of views. Yeah, that was absolutely astonishing. Jesus. I'm so glad you left me a different list, you know, because I would never have found that. Right. Heavy as the Crown, World's 2024 music video was on the list. Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. So is Heavy as the Crown, I'm not familiar with Linkin Park, so just hear me out. Heavy as the Crown, Heavy as the Crown is a song that they have done, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. For some reason I can't find that out. Is Heavy as the Crown a song that was created for Arcane, or is it a song that's existed before Arcane and Linkin Park? It's Linkin Park's song, basically. Just let me know, because for some reason I'm trying to Google it and I can't find the answer. This is, because it is very Arcane style in terms of it looks painted, but this is obviously so different to the standard Arcane style. See, this is what, are they going to go down this route with, in terms of stylization, with the rest of the spin-offs and stuff? I really hope I hope they literally make it like it is Arcane in terms of style. Because like I said, if they do cameos and crossovers and it's going to be in different stylization, I just think it's not going to work. Oh wow, sorry, that blend of, like, it almost looks like gold leaf. Oh, hang on, one sec. Yeah, there, look at that. See, that reminds me of like an Arcane where they will do like 2D, sort of like, it takes up the entire screen like this. And it's just like a flash frame in all the action sequences. It's a bit like when Maddie's about to shoot Caitlyn and you pause it and she's smiling, you know? Wow. Oh my god, okay. There seems so much more that I had no idea about. Yeah, Heavy as the Crown, written by Linkin Park. Okay. So it is a Linkin Park song, but they did the different version for Arcane, right? Yeah, okay, so it seems like a stripped version that they used in Arcane. If I'm right on that one, okay. Because I do like the Arcane version more, if I'm being honest, but that was really cool. I'm glad I got to see that. Okay, then we've got 2023 World's Music Video. See, that's that turquoise green glow again, right? That's similar to the stuff Ambessa had, like wrapped around her arms, yeah, like the stones. I really like that thing they do where they cut to like someone playing a computer game and then they'll cut back to this, because it just makes it all that more immersive, you know? Like it really plays into, obviously, people playing League of Legends are playing it through the game. So when you make the cinematic shorts mirror that, I think it's really clever. Sorry, you know what I'm like, I like trees. See, this is the only thing I would have wanted more in Arcane, is more scenery stuff like this. I know it takes place between two cities, so you wouldn't have seen that. You would have seen more buildings and architecture and stuff. But I would have loved to see more landscape stuff in the show. Like when they go to Victor's like hippie camp and you see all of like the gardens and the stuff that they're kind of growing there to build this little environment. I loved that, I really did. this is another thing I've noticed. They seem to do a lot of these falling water shots. I mean, you first see it as with Silco in Arcane and when Jinx is laying him to rest. But like, they do a lot of these kind of shots. That and then obviously eyes and like zooming into like eyes. They use like portal shots a lot. That's very, very cool too. I see they went through more like an anime style for a little while as well. That's what I seem to be noticing more. Then we've got one here, Phoenix, which is a World 2019. Oh, this is trippy. This is really trippy. It's amazing the little, you know, like the little scribbles that come up on the screen. It reminds me so much of Jinx and those little drawings she does over all her things. I wonder if this was almost an ode to Arcane being on its way, do you know what I mean? What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna dance it and make it out alive? You gotta come to the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your teammates, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. This is really beautiful. This is stunning. This is, I realise as well, when in Arcane, when they do the flashbacks, when you look at like Felicia and Silco and Vanda when they're young, they do a lot of that drawing style as well, like that painted look as well, whenever they do flashbacks. You're playing with matches, come out of the ashes, underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna... What song is it in? What's the song it's reminding me of? Is it To Ashes and Blood? The bit... No, but it's this one with like a female singer and it sounds like that. This bit. I'm thinking of... Oh, I'm thinking of... No, I'm thinking of the song when you first see what the last drop has turned into. Dirty Little Animals? Maybe it's Dirty Little Animals. Hang on. That one sounds like, almost like this bit. That took me 5 minutes to find that. That's all I wanted to show you was how that sounded similar. And I couldn't remember the name of the song. God, that was so annoying. Right. Sorry. I had to find it. I like that as well, the idea of Phoenix, because Phoenix is rise from the ashes, right? Is it sort of like they sort of rebirth themselves? This is really cool, by the way. I really like as well when they do like CGI stuff over real video footage. It's one thing just doing an animation from scratch, it's another thing laying something over the top of existing video footage. I always find that quite fascinating, actually. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Now, one last thing I'm going to watch today. I've got a few more things on the list here. Some other world's music videos and a couple of other things you guys wanted me to watch. But there was one thing I wanted to check out, which there is a short of Caitlyn and Jayce. And it's called Target Practice. From what I can see by the thumbnail, this looks like the test footage style that we saw in Bridging the Rift, which is the behind the scenes of how they made Arcane, where they did that test footage between Jayce and Vi when they're having a fight. So this is quite interesting to me. Okay, Target Practice. It's only 1 minute 35 though. It's really short. Damn it. There's Piltover. There's what I'm familiar with. Now this looks like something I've seen before. Okie dokie. Oh, Caitlyn looks so weird. I mean, she looks like Caitlyn and Jayce looks like Jayce, you know what I mean? But it's just like, there's something about this stylization. I just feel they lose this additional bit of personality that they have, you know? I know this existed before. I mean, what year was this? This was 2021, so this would have been around about the time that Arcane first came out, maybe? The first series? Jayce knocking down targets like they were kids from Zorn. It's just so weird to me to see them like this. I know that this is like, this is how they are. This existed, in terms of this style of them, existed long before Arcane. I know that. But it's just weird for me to see it that way. Also, just really quickly, one thing I want to go over. When Caitlyn is shown younger in Arcane, right, her eyes are a certain sort of violet blue colour, right? So when she's younger, her eyes are this colour blue, yeah? Blue, blue. Why are her eyes that colour blue when she's younger and then they change to that colour blue? Her eyes when she's younger are violet. Her eyes are violet when she's younger and then when she's older they go blue. Because I noticed that like when I was first watching it and I just thought it was like a continuity error. Now I don't know. Is it trying to show that she's violet and then when she meets Vi, her eyes stop being violet? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Now someone said it on Reddit. Okay. Why does adult Caitlyn have different coloured eyes? I didn't know anyone else pointed this out. Eye colours change. It usually happens in a child's age but can happen in adults. It happens with Vi and Powder too. They have very light eyes as children and then they become blue and purple as they get older. Okay, fine. Maybe it's just a stylization. I don't know though. It's odd that they made her eyes more violet in colour. Do you not think? Anyway, sorry. I'll go back to Target Practice. Sorry. This is so weird seeing her like this. She's so much more confident and sort of like flirty than Caitlyn ever would be. I do quite like the hat actually. I think she would have looked quite cool in the hat at some point. I know they had the hat when she was younger. Like it's sitting on her lap at one point. I think it is here actually, I might be able to show you. Maybe if I can find a clip. It's this scene. Yeah, she's sat there with like a, she's got the top hat on her lap. But I would have, maybe I would have liked the hat actually. Oh, seeing Jayce with blue eyes, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. Jayce with blue eyes and sideburns, that is odd. Okay. See, I like this. I like the playfulness between Caitlyn and Jayce because they are like siblings. They've almost got this brother-sister vibe to them, and they sort of stopped all of that in season 2, and I don't know why, because he did always sort of care for her a lot. And I always found that a bit odd how the two of them really detached. I quite like there's a little I mean, the stylisation a bit weird. It's weird seeing Jayce with light eyes. See, she's got more of the personality of like Vi, though. The way she's standing, she's standing like Vi. Interesting. I'd be interested to know if that was done by Fortiche. It seems such a different style. It seems like nothing else they'd done. But really cool though. I would have wanted to see more like that in the show. More playfulness between Caitlyn and Jayce and all that kind of stuff. I would have liked that. I would have liked that a lot. But really cool. Okay, so we've got a few more to react to next time. A few more world music videos and that kind of stuff. And then I think we're pretty much done. You wanted me to react to KDA. Don't know what that means. I think that's League related, I'm not quite sure. So I got loads of people saying she's going to lose her mind when she sees KDA. KDA. It looks like a pop band, but there's some links here to League of Legends stuff. Okay, if someone would be willing to, in the comments, just leave me a KDA playlist, or just like a list of 4 or 5 videos or whatever, that relate to them, and I will go and check them out. I'm pretty sure I could find them on my own, but just a list always helps me, so that way I make sure I'm watching things either in a certain order if they need to be, or just that I'm making sure I'm watching the right stuff, because a bunch of people were angry with me last time. Thank you very much for watching and sticking around to check this out with me. If you did like this, giving it a thumbs up really helps me out. And if you want to stick around for more, the best thing to do is click subscribe, turn the notifications on, and that way you don't miss when I next post. Also check out the community posts on the channel if you want to participate more. I'm putting posts out all the time about recommendations, questions that I can answer in videos and stuff. So if you want to participate more within videos, that's the best place to do it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time with more League cinematics and a bunch of other fun stuff too. Take very good care of yourself. Goodbye.